I've been involved in TM for about 2.5 years, and what it has done for me, it showed me a better way how to be a better man. I'm very relaxed. With the type of job that I'm involved in here in the milk company, there's like 42nd Street here, and there's so many different change of orders and change of worksheets, and it's a lot of pressure. And I find that since I've been meditating, I can deal with it without getting angry. I didn't realize it was changing. And then people were telling me, hey, you're much quieter than you used to be. You used to, I'd come in off the router and you hassle me. Now I don't hassle nobody. And I tell them, well, TM, and try it. And which is a great thing that my boss had really introduced. He introduced the whole plant into it. And quite a few of the fellows here that used to be very, walk around with a chip on their shoulders and whatnot. And now they seem to be well relaxed, like the same as I am, And they find out that I'm more relaxed and a happy-go-lucky fella now, and they seem to be sort of jealous now.
I started TM about 3 years ago, and the personal benefits that I derive from it encouraged me to bring my wife and children into TM. And now I've brought it to my company where I work, and all the employees who are with us all the time. And I'm very proud and glad to say at this time that 25% of our employees here are meditating. And I know you can ask them individually the improvements they have individually, but more important, the improvements of communication and working relationships that they have here on the job.
Well, the company was started by myself in 1926. I started myself on a truck and developed the Sunnydale Farms. It started by the name first of Alex Eisenberg, then Eisenberg Farms, and then we went into Sunnydale Farms during the period of growing. And in March 1976, it'll be our 50th anniversary. Well, since we've started the TM, I went into it, my wife went into it through Stanley, my son, and it's helped us a great deal, calmed us down. And the employees that joined TM that were on edge, it calmed them down, and the quietness in the office and the people that are in it helped the company in every respect, including sales and drivers and plant help.
What happens is I come in the morning, I have about 40 employees. I have to look over records, I have to check sales figures, which are large. I run a segment of this company that nets about $5 million annually, and that's a big responsibility. As a result, I find myself being fully occupied 7 days weekly. I believe I should be 7 days involved. And I get all keyed up and tense because it's too much to do, really. 7 days, 24 hours, all the time, go, 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 go. Be in here at 7, go home at 10. And I find I get bogged down. Can't concentrate, no days off, no time for the family. And I'm really getting tired, But then here comes Transcendental Meditation, right? My boss, Stanley Eisenberg, he went away, he had a course. He came back and he got us all interested in it. He suggested, maybe it would be the right thing for you. What happens is, you come in, you work all day, you get so tired, you don't have any rest periods, and you get all confused, and as a result, you lose your effectiveness to the company. So I suggest this Transcendental Meditation is something you should look into. It might help you. I meditate twice daily. And I'm really relaxed. I'm spending less time in the company now, but doing much more, being much more effective. Honestly, I'm more relaxed. And the problems, my own personal problems, my bills, my problems at home, they're still there, but they don't bother me anymore, and I get them solved. So, I don't know what to tell you. It works for me.
I'm a secretary here. I'm answering the phone a lot. I'm very busy here. when the breakdowns, the drivers don't go out. When we had the snow, you know, a lot of the drivers didn't go out, and the calls back and forth. And sometimes, you know, the people on the other phone, they think if they have a problem, like it's my fault, they start yelling at me on the phone, you know, why didn't you deliver the milk? And I was there, and why don't you bring it? But I say, you know, I'm calm on the telephone. I imagine if I didn't meditate, I wouldn't be so relaxed with all the calls I had to make and tell the companies the trucks were going to be late. And that's how I found it helped me here.
Well, I'm the day foreman here, and my name is Paul Aronowitz, and I'm in charge of the production crew. You know, whatever they produce here, I give them the figures and they produce it, and I see that all the trucks are loaded properly and everything is expedited. Time for the next day's load to go out. As far as TM, since I've done it, it's been about 8 months now, I feel a lot more relaxed, and it's really taken a lot of tension off my job, which is hectic. It's a real, got a lot of work to it, and it's a lot of headaches, but it's made me be able to cope with it, and it's really helped me a lot since I've done it. I find myself more relaxed, and I find the men here also more relaxed, the ones that do it, and there's quite a few here that do it in this company. This example of what's happened here, I would say, would really benefit any company that would go into it, because the proof is in this company alone that I've seen it. I've seen it in myself, my wife, and then some of the employees that do take it. I've seen a different change in them, and it would be beneficial for anybody that would do it.
Communication to me was the most difficult thing in the world. And even when you did communicate, you had to communicate on my terms. You had to communicate to me the way I wanted you to, or else we'd have a very, very bitter disagreement. When I started to meditate, I was the last one in Sunnydale to accept it. And the reason why I accepted it was, what have I got to lose? I ain't paying. Let me take. And this is the truth. So when my wife and I started to meditate, she said she's seen the difference after a week meditating twice a day. Then when I came to work here, I had, I wouldn't say enemies, but people I couldn't talk to without, you know, starting some sort of a disagreeable conversation. Then it didn't bother me no more. The communication is much better. There isn't that do it now, we'll talk about it later. The old army, you know, follow it now and then complain later. There isn't that effect anymore. It's an effect where everybody knows his job. They know what I'm going to do next, so they actually preempt me. They already do the job before I even go to tell them. And I believe that this all stems back to, you know, a person who is meditating, who is calmer, who has his problems, but still is able to cope with them, can communicate better, especially if he's in management, any part of management, and he's dealing with employees. He can communicate to a point where people will automatically know exactly what he wants.
Your business is made up of people. And if your people function better and produce better, the business is way ahead. And I find that the people are happier that are in TM. And if they're happier in their personal life, and they bring that into the business with them. And it has a very positive effect on the business and on the results.
I work on a plant here. I'm called a utility man. I move the trucks, I load and unload trucks, and I'm generally handy around the plant. It's a hard job. It's very difficult work. It's heavy work. At times it can be very nerve-wracking with all the noise, and there's a big hullabaloo going around. We have to rush around a great deal and become exhausted, and you feel a little uptight, a little nervous. You want a little serenity. I know I'm participating in TM, and I know TM can make me look at a problem that's as big as a mountain and say, that's nothing.
From the company's point of view, I think it's been the best investment we've ever made in our own personnel. It has helped them individually here on the job and at home, and it makes our employees, which are the key, the backbone to our whole operation, more productive, more calm, more level-headed, and therefore a better worker and a better employee in our company. And when you look at the cost of TM, a one-shot cost, as against all the fringe benefits we have directly and indirectly on all our employees' salaries, this has probably been the most productive and the cheapest fringe benefit we've given the employees in terms of the added results in happiness and productivity we've received from the employees.
Before working into a milk company, everybody's hollering and screaming, and the atmosphere was just a bad atmosphere. Now it seems to be we gelled into one now, since quite a few of the guys have joined TM. We're gelled, together now. We don't pull against one another no more. With the boss, with the foremen, we seem to fit in as a team. And it's been proven, people that came here that seen us working together said, this is so quiet here. And honestly, 3 years ago, if you would have came to this place, it was a madhouse, honestly. And people that, dealers and businessmen come in, insurance men come in. I meet people every day, and they say, Jesus Christ, for a milk company, this is an awful quiet place, And we said, well, we meditate, we do TM here, and they see the signs, Does it really work? I said, yes, well, you just seen it yourself. I said, just take a walk down to another milk company, and you hear the noise, and you hear the arguments, and people getting into bad situations. You want directions, we give you easy directions, We talk with one another nice. What are you doing here? What do you want? We treat you like a human being.